ever wondered what your friend was saying when they mentioned celiac disease, or why more and more people are going gluten-free? If not, then keep watching, and you will learn everything you need to know about what exactly gluten does to our bodies. So what is gluten? Gluten is a protein that is made out of two other proteins called glutenin and gliadin. You can find it in a variety of foods such as wheat, rye, barley, and oats. Gluten helps in maintaining the look and structure of dough, which gives us the texture of baked goods that we all love. They can also be found in pastas, noodles, crackers, and cereals, among others, and is also found in non-grain products such as sauces, lunch meats, candy, and potato chips. How does the body normally digest gluten? With the help of many enzymes that are released by the stomach, intestines, and pancreas, these enzymes break down the gluten that is ingested by us. Bacteria that live in our intestines also play a role by helping out the process. There are three types of gluten intolerance and sensitivities that humans can have. The most commonly known one is celiac disease, which is an autoimmune condition. When gluten is ingested, it triggers the body's own immune system to attack the lining of the small intestine. The second one is called non-celiac gluten sensitivity, which is often associated with irritable bowel syndrome. Symptoms, which we will talk about later, happen almost immediately after consuming gluten and don't occur if gluten is not ingested. The third type is wheat allergy, which is an immune reaction. The body creates antibodies against the foreign wheat proteins and causes symptoms that you typically find with any allergy. With all three gluten sensitivities, there are a variety of symptoms, which include bloating, diarrhea, nausea, flatulence, constipation, headaches, migraines, heartburns, skin rash, joint pain, anxiety, and weight loss. The number of people living with gluten intolerances and insensitivities is unknown. Most remain undiagnosed and are unaware they are living with it. However, estimates approximate around 1 in 141 people have celiac disease, 1 in 169 have non-celiac gluten sensitivity, and 1 in 250 people have wheat allergies. In the last decade, there has been an increase in the diagnosis of gluten sensitivity. While many believe that this is only due to more people self-diagnosing, there are other possible reasons that would explain this increase. The first is better diagnostics, such as genetic tests and allergy tests. Additionally, physicians being more informed about the symptoms of gluten sensitivity can help them make more accurate diagnoses concerning gluten intolerance. The second reason for a possible increase in the prevalence of gluten sensitivities is that there are now higher amounts of gluten in the average diet due to processed foods. There has been research to say that there is more processing that is taking place on the wheat germ to increase the amount of gluten. The last reason for increased prevalence is that there are more gluten-free foods available. This raises awareness of the gluten intolerance that may lead to unnecessary diagnosis. So once you've been diagnosed with a gluten sensitivity, how do you treat it? Unfortunately, there is no magic pill, and the only way to prevent symptoms is a total gluten-free diet. The importance of this diet is especially true for those with celiac disease. The exact duration of this diet is unknown for other types of gluten intolerance and will depend on a case-by-case basis. So how can we make the lives of those with gluten sensitivities better? Stores and restaurants should increase availability of gluten-free products and clearly label menu items that contain gluten. You could also communicate to your senators and representatives that you think there should be more regulations and restrictions put on the level of processing of the wheat germ to decrease the amount of gluten. And maybe also not really get annoyed if the gluten-free person doesn't want to eat your cake.